The next family of core services after compute and networking which we need to cover are storage services. Microsoft Azure offers storage accounts as a technology wrapper for making storage solutions. Most notably, Blob containers, disk and file storage. But there are also other storage offerings like storage queues and storage tables, which you don't really need to know for the AZ-900 exam. Starting with Azure Blob. Azure Blob Storage is Microsoft's object storage solution for cloud, and is designed and optimized for storing large quantities of unstructured data. It can be used for storing and serving images to a browser, media streaming, and data storage for backups and DR purposes. Blob storage objects can be accessed in many ways, such as through HTTPS, the SDK, REST API, PowerShell, and CLI. You should also know about Azure Storage Blob tiers. These come in Hot, Cool, and Archive. Hot has the highest storage cost, but lowest access costs, and is used for data which is regularly accessed. Cool storage is data that's not accessed frequently, but expected to be ready immediately if required. These come with higher access costs than Hot, but lower storage costs in comparison. Finally, Archive tier has the lowest storage costs of all three, but also the most expensive retrieval costs. And here, the expense can be in terms of time, as it can take up to a few hours before the data is ready to be rehydrated and served. Data must remain in archive for 180 days before deletion, or it will be subject to an early deletion charge. It's important to know the differences between the data tiers, as this regularly does come up in the exam. The next storage category is disk storage, which is Azure Managed Virtual Machine Hard Disks, or VHDs. Azure Disk Storage is managed in the sense that the user doesn't have to worry about the underlying storage technology, and simply needs to provision the disk. Azure storage disks are durable and highly available, as well as easily scalable if required. The final type of storage you need to know for the AZ-900 is file storage, or Azure Files. Azure Files allows for the setup of a file share in the cloud, which can be accessed by standard SMB protocol, allowing for multiple virtual machines or multiple users to access the same files with read or read-write access. These can be used as file shares when migrating from traditional on-premises file shares, and can be used as configuration stores and tools for shared resources across multiple VMs. Finally, these are also commonly used to store logs, metrics, and crash dumps for later processing. For the AZ-900 exam, it's really important to know the key differences between the storage types, blob, disk, and file, and be able to pick the right option based on multiple scenarios. You should also really get your head around Hot, Cool, and Archive, and think about the different business scenarios for choosing each.